It looks like we have a quorum, and so I will go ahead and call this meeting to order. Alex, are those copies of the agenda?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Just hogging around over here.
It's okay, you might want to read that. Okay,
Yeah, I'm scared of the smell.
so I will officially call this meeting to order. I'll take a roll call of the council members. Amber, aye. Leanna, here, excuse me.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Leanna is here. Vicky,
Vicky here.
Trisha,
This is Leanne.
Here.
Laurel. Laurel, are you here? I see you signed in.
You're on mute, Laurel.
You here, Laurel?
She's trying.
Yeah. It looks like it's not on mute, but we still cannot hear you. Shoot. Just lose somebody.
It just went dark.
Okay. I'm not sure what's going on.
You still have a quorum, even if she doesn't
Yes.
confirm, so.
So we'll continue on. Laurel, you can reach out to Alex in the chat if you need anything or want to contribute, I guess, in the meantime. We do have a quorum, so we will continue on. I will go ahead and read the invocation. This is our school. May peace dwell here. May the rooms be full of contentment. May love abide here. Love of one another, love of our school, and love of life itself. Let us remember that as many hands build a house, so many hearts build a school. Okay, so that takes us to item 1.4, agenda modifications. Does anybody have any modifications they'd like for the agenda? Pretty short. Okay, seeing none, then that will take us to 1.5, audience to address the council. Are there any audience members that would like to address the council on items that are not on the agenda? Oh, I should. Let me change my name. I'm gonna use my son's laptop. Okay, seeing no agenda modifications.
Audience.
Oh, yes, sorry. No audience to address the council. I knew that. It's Monday. It's been a long Monday. So that will take us to item 1.6, teleconferencing during a state of emergency. We're still considered in a state of emergency, so we still
Yes.
have the opportunity to continue holding Zoom meetings. We do just have to vote on it at all of our meetings. So that's all that is. Does anybody have any questions? If not, then I will entertain a motion to continue teleconferencing during a state of emergency.
I'll motion to continue teleconferencing during the state of emergency.
Thank you, Amber, for your motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Vicky.
Yeah.
A second. All right, I will call for the vote. Amber? Aye. Leanna?
Leanna, I.
Vicky?
I.
Trisha?
Aye.
Laurel? Still not getting audio, so we'll have Laurel as not
Abstain or not?
having
Audio.
voted. And Chelsea, aye.
Should I mark her as abstain or absent?
I think absent.
Yes, because with an inability to vote.
She can't actually abstain.
Yeah, and I'm not also seeing anything in the chat either that indicates that she's able to
Yeah, so.
participate, so.
Oh, Laurel said aye. She texted me. So I, for Laurel,
Okay,
and
Laurel
I
via-
watched my text.
Laurel via text message. I'm glad to hear that she can hear us at least. That's too bad that we can't hear her, so. Okay, so that takes us to item 2, with the COVID update, item 2.1, and safe return to in-person instruction and continuity of services plan, March 2022 update. Susan?
So this is the plan that you've approved in the past with the adjustments concerning the masking. So we are proposing that the board approve to follow the recommendations of CDC and eliminate the mask requirement from our COVID response. Masks will still be strongly recommended for those who choose to mask. They will be supported, but no longer requirement or enforced. The remainder of the items as far as testing, there is not a requirement to have a vaccine or testing to be on campus, but those items are still offered, and we still will do contact tracing when we find out that somebody has been exposed on campus. And we'll continue to work on cleaning and ventilation and those recommendations. We'll have masks available on campus for those who would like to continue using them. We will also be prepared with having masks in case there is a need to return to masking.
How does this impact our parents who would like to volunteer on campus?
They may be on campus to volunteer.
Okay, without, with the current requirements, or can they now come onto
They
campus
can come
without
on with or without.
the
We
testing?
are not
and vaccine?
tracking any of that anymore.
Okay, thank you for that clarification.
Mhm.
Does anybody else have any questions?
I'm good.
Seeing nothing from the board currently, do any audience members have any questions or comments? All right. Seeing and hearing none.
We've got Laurel now.
That-
Oh, we've got Laurel now.
Laurel, I see you now. That's great.
I was thinking, oh, did you-
I've been here since the beginning, but my other one's a new computer and it wasn't cooperating. So thank you for your patience.
No, that's great. But I'm glad that we can see you, because from the beginning, we couldn't see you or hear you. So I'm glad you could hear us, and I'm glad now we can hear you. Great. Okay, Jackie, I see your hand raised. Go ahead.
She's on mute.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was trying to figure out how to unmute myself. Can you clarify your last statement? Did I hear that right, that those that are not vaccinated do not need a test to come on campus?
Yes, you can, if you can see the screen right now, Alex actually has that queued up under item 7, visitors and volunteers. All are welcome on campus. No proof of vaccination or negative tests are required.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Actually, that does lead me into another question. Is the pickup and drop off going to change according to that, or are we going to keep it as is? It is going to change.
Yes, people
Okay.
can come in and pick up their kids inside. We've always had the drive around.
Oh,
It's always been there, just not very many people used it.
okay.
So that still will happen, other than what I'm asking is only one teacher out on each side rather than the whole.
And all the teachers out on each
Yeah,
side.
so we're working on changing that, and we'll have it ready for after break.
Great. Okay. That makes sense. Okay.
And then just for the clarification, this is all we are voting tonight, but this would be implemented following the return from spring break.
Correct. Mhm.
Okay.
I think it says that somewhere in the beginning of it, that as of March 11th, the first paragraph.
Yes, I saw that. I just wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of that. Laurel and then Trisha.
I would just like to note, this is personal information that I don't expect other people to share, but all of my family is vaccinated and 2 of them, the full vaccination and booster, and 2 of them just went through COVID. Thankfully, their symptoms weren't too bad, but I would just caution everybody to be alert, vaccinated or unvaccinated. Kind of keep an eye on yourself and your family members because it's still around and we don't want anybody to get really sick. I'm just thinking of everybody. But anyway, I'm happy the mask requirements are changing, but it's endemic, I guess is what they're saying. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Laurel. Trisha? Trisha, you're on mute.
I lowered my hand but didn't unmute, so too many buttons. Okay. Okay. So for the lower grades, we won't have to come in to get the child. They'll come out to the lawn, or because the lower grades, you used to have to come in to get them.
Oh, yeah.
We're trying to work out the details on that, Trish. What I would like to do is have those who want to come to have the teachers in their classroom like they used to be. Those who want to come in and get their children at the door, and also have an option for people who drive around. We've
Okay.
always had that from 4th through 8th grade.
Right.
It's just the 1st through 3rd that we haven't had outside. So I'm working with Buck to set up a plan to have someone, maybe one of the teachers or one of the staff members, walk those that want to pick their children up outside with the rest of them staying in the classroom.
Okay, so that will just be rolled out to everybody later. At this point, things are just as they are, and that
Yeah.
will be communicated at a later date. Okay, that's what I wanted to
Okay.
check.
Great. All right, any other questions or comments? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion. So we need to approve the code.
This is Leanna. I'll make a motion to make mask choice starting spring break.
So Leanna, if you would, because there's a little bit more to it in the update, if you are amiable to amending your motion, essentially to follow what's on the agenda and just say to approve the safe return to in-person instruction and continuity of services plan March 2022 update.
Yes, I move to the motion listed as it is on the agenda. The safe, can I just say it as that?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Thank you. Leanna, I appreciate that. Then
I'll
because there
second.
are a couple of things. And thank you, Amber, for your seconds. We've got Leanna with a motion and then Amber with a second. And I will call for the vote. Amber?
Aye.
Leanna?
Leanna, I.
Vicky?
Aye. Vicky, aye.
Trisha, I.
Laurel? Laurel, you're on mute.
Yeah,
All right, and Chelsea, aye. All right, and with that, just a reminder that our next meeting was rescheduled to the Tuesday after spring break. So we won't be meeting next week. It'll be the following week, March 22nd at 6 p.m.
thank you.
Yes, thank you all, and thank you for being available and attending tonight for our special meeting.
Thank you, Chelsea.
Thank
Thanks,
you. Have a
everybody.
good night.
Have a good
Night.
holiday.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
That
Thank
will
you.
adjourn. Goodbye.
All right.
Okay. I didn't know.